The key question is, so we didn't try it, Michina, and it is any panel a century. When the debate akoso, a war in Cheshire Forum, ya akosi emo. Opening back on Gehat, say, ono de one is a century, Eddie Bonnet, and also didn't try, as a chino police coachino, National Media Commission, and as we owe Majuma. A semi IGP, and so Ampineso, say, and she will be as back and forth, no, Yenshakakra.
We are all Ghanaians. We would want to do whatever is possible to curb fake news. It doesn't help anybody, doesn't help society, doesn't help build democracy. However, in that effort, the police, the security agencies have no responsibility or right in arresting anybody for fake news. They don't. They don't because fake news in itself is an exercise in free expression. And
can you educate us more?
Arresting somebody for fake news is an arrest of our freedoms, of our constitution. There are enough processes and institutions that have been set up to deal with situations like
Walk us through it.
That is why we have the National Media Commission. And so when there is news about you that you think is unfair, you recourse to the National Media Commission. Don't forget that the security agencies, unfortunately, in this part of the country, have become an agent of the government. And so I get up, I call the IGP because I'm a minister. Money has published fake news about me, and then he gets arrested. I am not saying that there should be no sanctions for fake news.
Okay.
I am talking about a process. And that process does not lie in the police getting up at times without any complaint and arresting journalists for fake news.
Okay.
That is the point I want to make.
When was the last time this happened?
Oh, it happened, I think, 2 years ago, and questions were being asked. Who was the complainant? Who was the complainant? We didn't hear about any complainant. The police, out of its own volition and power, arrested a journalist for fake news. It is wrong. It shouldn't happen.
Was the story fake?
I am not talking about whether it was fake or not. I am talking about the process.
Okay. All right.
In as much as we all want to defend Ghana, we must be careful about the processes we adopt. Don't forget, there are tyrannies. There are tyrannical leaders, there are autocratic leaders. If we don't sanitize the process and leave it open so that anybody at all can get up and arrest a journalist for fake news. Who said the news was fake?
Well, if the news is fake, it is fake.
How did the police know that the news is fake? Because I complained. And that is why we have the National Media Commission. I'm talking about process.
Okay, but again, there has been debates, arguments about the potency of the National Media Commission. Again, it's a commission and not an authority. So its work is somewhat limited. But I'd like to bring in the IGP because you mentioned him and I think that he must respond. Pardon me for circumventing the process, but I like circumvention. Okay.
Thank you, Nanaba. I think let our Ghanaianness be fully displayed in this contest. We started off by saying that it is not an avenue for scoring points and making accusations and counter-accusations, more so when they have no foundation, like has just been put out there by my brother, because he's a Ghanaian and he's around my age, he's a brother. The point is simple. Police have not arrested anybody for fake news. What we are talking about is that there is a law that says that if you go out there and start putting things out there, that has the potency of bringing the security of the states into disrepute to a level that it will create confusion and for our very survival to be destroyed, we will deal with you. Simple. It's as simple as that. So please, don't let us come out with sensation. You are looking at a pure case of Clickbait. That is what you are just saying. But police have arrested people for fake news. You click on it and there's nothing like that. That's clickbait. Please, let us focus on the issue of finding solution to where the issues at stake, and start creating confusion in the midst of a peaceful environment where minds are at work finding solutions to problems. I thank you very much.
Thank you very much. The IGP has spoken.
Now, let me go to the question you asked.
Absolutely.
If I had known this issue will have come up, I would have bring the specifics because it was published. Somebody was arrested. But let's leave it as it is.
Let's leave it.
And,
yes.
let's proceed. My only point was that there are freedoms enshrined in the Constitution, and in our urge to protect national security, we should not infringe on that freedom.
But your freedom ends where another freedom
there is responsibility,
starts. Yeah.
and the responsibility exists in institutions and processes that have been set up.
All right.
What do I feel now watching television and listening to radio hosts in terms of the handling of fake news? Mm-hmm. I think that fake news has become a feature of our journalism, which is bad. It doesn't help anybody. It creates impressions that do not exist. And we must find a way of combating it. There's no two ways about it. But we have to go through it the hard way, not the easy way. Now, when I listen to television hosts and I listen to radio hosts today, I think there is a great effort to find a way between which news is genuine and which news is fake. And so to the extent that radio and television is concerned, I think a lot of effort is being made. I hear people being asked, what is the source of information? Can you provide evidence? Can you provide documentary evidence? So that one, I think, is being managed.
But the Numuno and Yebisa, National Security Coordinator, Dada, Openi Bevlulate. What you say, Samraya Juma, Nenchi Muno.
Well, we are in an election year, and like I said during the lecture, the World Economic Forum, for their threat assessment globally for 2023 and 2024, in the 2023 assessment, they have seen that misinformation and disinformation is the number one threat in the world for 2024 and 2025. For the 10 years after that, it goes down to 6. So we are in an election year now. So it means, now that we are in the election year, misinformation and disinformation is the number one threat in the world. The number one risk. So it means that we have to pay attention. And if we come here, you know all sorts of news going on, which can cause political tension. And some of these news can even make some people, start some violence and start fighting with each other. We want a peaceful election. So this issue of misinformation and disinformation is very important. Because when they say disinformation, it means the person is actually telling lies and creating some information so that he will spoil somebody or insult somebody or tell some false news about somebody to gain something. As for the misinformation, the guy doesn't know and he's spreading it. So if you look at the two, you see that both of them can hurt us.
That means you agree people should be arrested for misinformation and disinformation.
No, the law must work because the law is there. The law stipulates what should happen to you. So I'm not the one going to say that they should arrest the person. What the law says must be applied.
And in your own estimation, what does the law say on this?
What the law says? Yes, you see, first of all, it will have to be determined that is disinformation, right? So there is a process for determining that it is disinformation. And then the law will now apply because you will definitely be called and questioned. So when you say arrest, what do you mean? When you call the person and question the person, then it means you have arrested the person or that you have charged the person. When the person is called and questioned, then it will be ascertained whether the person should be charged and sent to court or not. Thank you very much.
The traditional foods are starch and carbohydrates. But true grain food, yes, starch and carbohydrates, and kids way be a womb, and very healthy. A woman who buy free, you're able to say diabetes, kidney failure, cholesterol, hypertension, cancer, and any true grain food, or more breakfast options to say cocoa, Tom Brown, oatmeal, and any true green food. Oh yes, our products now are 100% organic and natural. So we have the to deliver my baby a
Me did young antechua, and maybe I'm discovered for Europe. I come a bushing for Ghana. No, me used to tap send. No fee mobile money transfer. Easy, convenient, fast, and sounds so free. Won't you share? Me discover ye my pimp. Tap send. Intienne, also download the tap send app. No, ever mobile phone so free. Never see Kakomo bushing for Ghana for Nana. Tap send. Papa no.
Hello, love.
Gary, do you have Mommy's parcel for her big day?
The shipping company says it will take 1 month.
A month? Gary, use Rapid.
Rapid?
Rapid courier ships from the United States to Ghana and 9 other African countries within 3 to 5 days. Log on to rapidgroup.com, buy, ship to us, and we deliver right to your doorstep.
That fast?
Yes, that's Rapid for you. Can you sign this?
I thought you only ordered Mommy's parcel.
No, I ordered a few car parts too.
Are you too busy to shop? We will shop for you. Rapid also has a luggage delivery service, so you can make that extra luggage and we will deliver at the lowest rate.
Rapid Courier. Just shop. We deliver. Enjoy.
Malata African market, and I'm Papa. African market. Order for so blonze ha. Now open African market. Papa didra. Mo akoma to yem dia. Malata African market. Edem sronko. Smoked fish, meat, dry fish. So kenki, rice, yam, fufu flour ni nnuane ahodo e free Africa. Afei, ye want to ma papa. Bo wire kente, adamma se kente. Ahweni ahodo. Ani nneoma bebre. Na wobenya wo Malata African market. Hwehwe ye chi akwan ene e number e wo screen so. Malata African market. African market mu King Kong. Malata African market. And I'm Papa. African market. African market.
At Diaspora Insurance, we understand the importance of dignified send-offs within Ghanaian culture and traditions. We also understand that you want to avoid the double trauma of your family grieving and not having the financial support to cover funeral expenses when you're not around. With our Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan, you can now cover yourself or your family in Ghana or abroad. With no medicals required, we'll accept you if you are under 75 years. Visit our website today or call us to complete a simple form in under 5 minutes. With Diaspora Insurance, your